Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late January 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Scorpio collective. Talk to me, my guides. What do we got for the Scorpios here? See what's going on. And yes, I'm just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. Seems to be a favorite among the Scorpio collective. I get it, though. Let's get one card out here. When looking at the numbers of all the readings, it's funny how the Scorpios like to look at the shadow cards, but like I said, I'm part of the Scorpio collective. I completely understand. So this first card is a little bit complex and it could mean a lot of different things. So whether this is a lot of energies affecting the Scorpio collective in this time, there could be links to even social media here, lots of people. So before we start breaking this one down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the January subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo, have a look. So you see this man, the woman, there's different books and faces and pictures, all sorts of things happening here. So to me, this can represent complex situations. There could be a lot of energies affecting you. Your attention could be in a lot of different places when this shows up. But for another portion of you, there could be some importance laid here on social media for whatever it is you're going through. All right, so whether you need to cut back on the social media, maybe you should be indulging a little more, whatever it is. This is an interesting type of energy, but I would always say try to keep your energy clean and locked down, especially if things are a little hectic. You could be very popular in this time as well, Scorpio. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. But let's get these first three out for you before we get into the intuitive juiciness. What's up with Scorpio? So, last week's reading was pretty interesting, and you know I like to try to keep the titles as simplistic as possible. It was titled An Unexpected Talk, so a lot of you could have had that happen in recent days and weeks, where someone hits you up out of nowhere, or a talk about a specific topic went in a different direction. I mean, you take it how it hits. You know energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So we could be seeing your vibe. We could be seeing somebody else's. Let's get three cards out here, though. We're going to hope for some optimism and try to keep it light, right? What do we got for Scorpio? So this could just be somebody. All right. We're looking okay so far, Scorpio. And I don't want to get ahead of myself because this happened in like the Cancer reading, I believe, where we started with really, really good cards, but then it took a left. We got the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, our good friend John Travolta right there in the center. So let's get one more out here. These are good cards. Okay, thank you. So we got the King of Swords. This is a big plan-based, determined type of energy. It's courageous as well. I like that card. So at first glance, Scorpio, we're looking good. We're looking luscious here energetically. But before we fully dive into that, let's just go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy intuitive stuff. So interesting. In position number one, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is a very giving type of energy whenever I see it. It can represent equality, trying to bring balance to a certain situation. This does remind me of Libra type of energy because of the scales. It's extremely charitable and help-based. This is a good energy. I also say this is a big card of gift giving. So you might be wanting to give somebody a gift. Maybe somebody's going to be hitting you off with something. It's just very giving. There could be a situation or a person you were wanting to give your energy to, or vice versa. This is nice. So depending on what clarifies it, there could be good things coming in. Okay, because it could even be karmic in nature sometimes with the scales there. But moving to the center with John Travolta there, we have the Nine of Cups. This is one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. This is a card of wish fulfillment, having it all, anything you could want and wish for. This is welcoming, it's loving, it's caring, it's warm. So all those good warm feelings on the inside are kind of encapsulated in this card. Now, just like all cards, there's a double side to each one, right? They're all double-edged swords. Whereas the positives of this are wish fulfillment and attaining things, The rough side of this could be overindulgence or giving too much, especially next to a card like this Six of Pentacles and this Nine of Cups. Make sure nobody, I don't want to say make sure nobody's taking advantage, but make sure you're not giving too much of yourself, okay, when this shows up. Or you're just not overindulging. Like temperance is an energy that I would really like to quote here when I see these energies together. But once again, this isn't bad. This could be all good things coming in. On the back end, though, we're capping us off with the King of Swords himself. You might be connected to an air sign, okay? So think Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, though. This is a stern energy, just like the Queen of Swords. It's very strict. It could be serious. This is a planner type of energy, so a lot of you could be in that mode. It's a determined energy as well, but it's also an energy of courageousness, somebody who's like filled with courage and bravery. So when we're linking all these energies together, like a plan might really come to fruition for you. Or if we were taking like possibly the warning aspect, like this could be somebody making plans, or you being very serious in your ways, or something serious could pop up because of all this giving and flowing of energy. Okay, for some of you, really might need to take account of how much you are giving of yourself here as well. So I feel like we have an interesting play of energy here, because this could turn out like an amazing lush type of reading, but there could also be a couple of warning signs. So with that being said, Scorpio, let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. Okay, so let's get a good shuffle here from my Scorpios out there. What's going on, my gods? Talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's start in on that Six of Pentacles. And as always, if you're a reader yourself or you're just trying to learn, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any energies or messages that you want to give to Scorpio from this spread, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. You won't be stepping on my toes. Okay, Six of Pentacles. Let's go. Why is that Six of Pentacles here? Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I feel like a lot of you really might have your mind made up about something in this time. We have the King of Wands underneath the Six of Pentacles. A lot of you, yeah, you know what you want to do. Like, this is somebody who has their mind made up. Like, listen, no, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to work towards. Big vibe. Now, for a portion of you, this could be a really nice, prosperous connection with a fire sign with the King of Wands here. But notice we also have kings. Double kings. And under this, I always say kings represent control of their respective suit. Just keep yourself tempered. Don't give too much. You might have your mind made up about something. You might know what path you want to walk, what you want to do. Your decisions have been made. Things might be clear, or will be in the coming days and weeks, but make sure you're not giving too much, okay? Don't give too much of yourself, because there's always that warning with anyone in the wand suit not to overdo it, not to overexert yourself. So be giving, be nice, be charitable, chase what you want to do. Just don't drain yourself. There's a possible warning here about one draining oneself, whether that's of energy or assets. So we're going to keep moving here. Don't be too generous, right? And I'm all about generosity and being nice and charitable and all that, but as long as it doesn't come to your detriment. But this could still be good, right? Like with the energy of gift giving and stuff like that, this could be very good. I want to see how the rest of it plays out, though. It could still go a couple different ways. Let's see what's up with that Nine of Cups, pardon me. Why is that Nine of Cups here? Why is our friend John Travolta here? If you've seen the meme, you know what I'm talking about there. Why I keep calling him that. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm just ready to go, ready to do this, okay? And once again, somebody whose mind is made up about something. It's like we're getting a double down of this energy. Like, listen, I know what I want to do. I know what makes me happy. If you've been waiting for a revelation like that in this time, just know that it could be coming in. Aside from that, I feel like for a lot of Scorpios, there could be some sort of massive win coming in for you, for sure. Because the Six of Swords is a card that represents coming out of a choppy time into a calm time, like things improving, things getting better. And under a card of wish fulfillment like the Nine of Cups, this is saying like something big's coming in for like a vast portion of the Scorpio collective. I would claim this energy for sure, because a lot of you have some powerful and massive energies of wins and victories coming in. That's just the vibe I'm picking up here, because this is movement, this is action. Okay, even if it's things that you've made your mind up about or things that you don't see coming, I'm feeling good here. And I've been feeling good since the beginning. This is nice, because if you watch my channel on a regular basis, you know that like the Scorpio readings are generally very deep, and we dive deep in the Scorpio readings. You know that. It's been a little dicey in recent weeks, so I'm loving this positivity. Let's move over to the King of Swords. Even if you're going through a tough time, this is good things coming. We're going to see what's up with that King of Swords before we do our recap, though. Let's see what we got. What do we got for Scorpio, please? Thank you. Yeah. Like, you know what you should accept and what you should not. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. There is nobody that could really like BS you or pull the wool over your eyes. That's what I'm seeing. The Seven of Swords, I feel like you might be 2 steps ahead of somebody or something, or 2 steps ahead of the game. That's just the vibe I'm picking up. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Like, you might know more about something or someone than they think you do, all right? And I know this feels separate. Like what we have going on in the back here feels separate from all this goodness we have in the front. But the Seven of Swords in reverse under the King of Swords is either somebody doing things with honesty and integrity. Like, no, I'm going to keep it on the level. I'm going to keep it real. Or it's just like you see through something. Okay, so I know that's like a little side message, and it might not link up with the beautiful, prosperous, loving energy we have in the front. But like, you might feel like you're 2 steps ahead of the game or 2 steps ahead of somebody here. Okay, and there is no BSing you, for sure, especially in this time. Everyone knows that the Scorpios have very good intuition, very good feelings about things, like very deep. But especially in this time, it would not be a good idea for anyone to try to BS you. Like, that's just the vibe I'm picking up. I mean, so if you're cross-watching, I'm telling you here first, okay? Just keep it real, keep it extra real with your Scorpio in this time, because there will be no dealing with this Seven of Swords energy, okay? I mean, you just take it how it hits for you, even if you're a cross watcher. It is what it is. But let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we have the Six of Pentacles with the King of Wands in the upright. Notice we have double kings in the spread. They represent control. A lot of you could have your mind made up about something. You could know what direction you want to move in. Like, listen, I want to give to this. I know what I want to give my energy to, and there's nothing that can sway me. I do feel like a little warning I need to give to some people is like, don't give too much of yourself. Don't be too generous. Don't be too giving. Of course, you're a grown adult and you can do what you want, but there is a risk of being drained here in some way, whether it's energetically or through material. In the center, though, we got the Nine of Cups with the Six of Swords here in the upright. This feels good, things improving. So once again, that energy of like you knowing what direction you want to go and where you want to go. If you've been looking for that, that can come in. But the biggest vibe I was picking up here is like that massive, powerful energy of wins and victories is coming in for a lot of the Scorpios. So please claim that energy. On the back end, it feels like we have a little side note, right? We got the King of Swords with the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I did feel the major message there was like, you might feel like you're 2 steps ahead of someone or 2 steps ahead of a situation. I mean, even if you're cross-watching, you just fit it to your situation. But this is very honest, on board, on the level, like just keeping it real here, very honest and strategic. And I feel somebody possibly acting with integrity here, which is a good thing. So please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card. I know there were several different things popping up this week, Scorpio. This wasn't like the recent weeks, that's for sure. But let's get you one shadow card just to see what's in the shadows for Scorpio, please. Using the Shadowland Tarot. I would say these are positive omens for the Scorpio collective for sure, which is nice. It's a nice little switch up. So what do we got for Scorpio here? That's what I like to hear. What do we got for Scorpio, please? All right, and the shadow deck is being interesting. There we go. Five of Wands. I saw this come out for a couple other zodiac signs. So although there's good energy here, please watch your temper. Somebody might tick you off in this time, or you might be like quick to conflict when this shows up in the shadows. Right? That's just always what I say. Things can turn from like playful and joking and nice to serious real quick when this card shows up in the shadows. But like I said in the other signs that this showed up in, Yes, this can be about determination. Spirit might be asking you to not give up on something. That could be one thing here. But the major thing is like somebody who is very quick to be offended or very quick to snap back. So in the coming days and weeks, even though we have a lot of good energy, good positivity, good fire, just know that your temper could really make a switch, okay? So just don't let anyone really step on your toes or get on your nerves too much. And yeah, we'll leave it at that, Scorpio. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the January subscriber surprise. For the January subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, adorable Smith Tiny Tarot. This is the deck I used in this week's readings. So if you'd like to get your hands on this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which one of the cards from this week's readings you thought was most adorable. Which one do you like the best? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.